Welcome to MMAPlay365. I'm Newsome and I'm here to give you the Base AI recap from the UFC prediction software for last weekend at UFC San Diego. Now from the straight pick prediction accuracy, it was 50%, so half the card. However, the value that Base AI had on that event is insane. So a lot of underdogs, quite a few big underdogs won last weekend, and the bookies would have the underdog at plus 250, plus 275, plus 300. But Base AI was basically, even though they were predicting the other side, so the prediction was wrong, Base AI had so many fights where it just said that the line should be much closer to a coin flip than what the bookies are portraying as accurate lines. So there was a ton of value from what Base AI was saying to where the lines were actually set by the bookies, and we're going to jump straight into that value section right now. The first fight we need to talk about is Tyson Nam versus Ode Osbourne. So Tyson Nam to win 40%. Like I said, Base AI did have an incorrect prediction for this fight, but at 40%, Base AI is saying that Tyson Nam should be a plus 150 underdog. However, Tyson Nam was plus 350 on the betting line. So if you're one of those people that are using Base AI to try and get these inaccurate betting lines from what Base AI is saying it should be to what the bookies have it, then again, there's a ton of value there. And obviously, of course, Nam won the fight as well, so it would have been a winning ticket if you'd have took that value shot from Base AI. Now, also, you can go one step further. Nam to win inside the distance, which he did in round one. But Nam to win inside the distance, you add your knockout and submission percentages together, you get 26%. Odds implied, that's plus 285. You could have had anywhere between plus 450 and plus 650, depending on what bookie you bet at. Again, a ton of value, whether you hit that low plus 450 or the higher plus 650. And again, just a ton of value in there. And sticking with the value section, the next fight, Angela Hill versus Loopy Godinez. Loopy Godinez, the massively hyped fighter right now. Obviously, Base AI has zero bias because it's not a human, it's algorithms. So Hill to win was 42%. So even though Base AI did say, look, Loopy Godinez is going to win this fight, it didn't buy into the hype because it wasn't a prediction that matched the bookies' odds. So Hill to win at 42%. Base AI saying that Hill should be plus 138, but you could have got Hill for plus 300, which again is absolutely crazy. Like I said, Base isn't diving into the hype, it's not buying into that hype, and it completely disagree with the bookies. So again, if you're using Base for the value shot and you're thinking, well, actually, Base is saying Hills should be plus 138 and she's actually plus 300, I'm going to bet it. It was a winning ticket and a great value play as well from Base AI. Sticking with this value side, we've got Gerald Meerschaert versus Bruno Silva. Gerald Meerschaert to win, Base AI had at 45%. Again, an inaccurate prediction, or sorry, an incorrect prediction from Base AI, but it's still saying the fight should be much closer than what the bookies suggest. So Meerschaert to win, 45%. The bookies are saying that he should have been plus 122 at that 45%, but you could have got Meerschaert anywhere between plus 250 or plus 275. So again, although Base didn't predict the fight correctly, it's saying that the line is way too wide. And again, if you're playing that value shot on Gerald Meerschaert, you're getting a ton of value on that straight money line. But you can take it one little bit further as well. Gerald Meerschaert to win inside the distance, again, knockout percentage added with the submission percentage, you're getting 42%. That's plus 138 odds implied, and you could have had a plus 425 on Gerald Meerschaert to finish the fight, which of course he did in round 3. So again, a ton of value whether you play the prop or whether you play the money line. And we do have one more fighter in this value section, Nate Landwehr versus David Onama. Landwehr to win, Base AI had at 43% odds implied, that's plus 133. Nate Landwehr was plus 275 on the money line, so a ton of value there again. It wasn't a correct prediction, but Base AI was basically having a value shot here, saying that the line is way too wide and it should be much shorter. But again, you can go one step further as well. And this is where it's a real gem here, because I feel like a lot of people, and again the bookies as well, were very surprised that this fight went to a decision, that they thought this fight was going to be finished. And to be fair, on numerous occasions the fight could have been called, but it didn't. Actually, though, Nate Landwehr's method of victory was highest by decision, which again might surprise a few people. So Base AI said that if Nate Landwehr wins the fight, he's more likely to win a decision than he is finishing Onama. And Landwehr by decision was 20%. Now, 20% is a low percentage, and your odds implied is plus 400. So it's a wide. Base is basically saying that, you know, at plus 400, it's not a likely outcome, but the most likely outcome out of the, the knockout and submission. But actually, if you'd have bet that plus 400, odds implied, you'd have got a plus 750 ticket, and it would have been a winning ticket as well. So I think that, again, that's really ballsy from Bays AI. I say ballsy, but obviously it's there's no bias. It is just algorithms. And I feel that, like I said, it was a really, really good shout, saying that if Nate Landwehr won, he would win by decision, and he did. And again, it would have been a winning ticket should you have took that value shot. Now, finally, we move on to solid winners, the solid winners section, and the one that we're really going to delve into here is Azamat Murzakanov versus Devin Clark. Now, Murzakanov to win, 62%. Odds implied, that's minus 163. You could have got Murzakanov anywhere between minus 150, minus 170 during fight week. So there isn't a tremendous amount of value there. I think Bays AI was basically just agreeing with where the bookies were at in regards to the odds valuation. But where you do get a little bit of value, Murzakanov winning inside the distance, add the knockout submission together, you get 52%. 52% compared to your 62% overall. It's a big suggestion that Murzakanov is going to finish this fight. Minus 108 odds implied on 52%, and you could have had around plus 120 on Murzakanov finishing the fight inside the distance, whether that be a knockout, submission, or a disqualification. So there was value there with inside the distance. And we go one step further. Murzakanov isn't really a submission artist, he's a knockout artist. So Murzakanov to win by KO TKO, Bays AI had at 44%, which is plus 127 odds implied. And you could have had around plus 150 on the betting line there as well. So again, there's value in the knockout, TKO, there's value with inside the distance as well. It was absolutely bang on in regards to the value it had for the money line. So Azamat Murzakanov was definitely a solid winner when you even break it down into the individual sections as well. So that's the Bays AI recap from San Diego last weekend. I'm really excited to see what it has for UFC 278 this weekend. Again, $4.99, just try it for one event and you'll see all the predictions and how in-depth that Bays AI goes with the UFC prediction software, and you'll see all that with the betting hub, and you'll also get my advice in there as well for recommended bets, fun gamblers section, and official bets as well. And like I said, for $4.99 one event, absolute bargain. I'm Newsome, thanks for listening, we'll see you again next week.